So, I can't remember where I went today. I think I only went to Asda. Did I go anywhere else? Oh, I went to Argos. I bought a coffee machine. I've wanted this coffee machine since probably about 6-7 weeks now, and it had £10 off, so I got it. And they're really tiny, these coffees, so I don't know how to make a bigger coffee. I think I need to like get warm milk involved somewhere. But yeah, I had a coffee today, and then I had an energy drink. Then I had a ton of energy, which I shouldn't have because I'm ill. And I ended up making a meal from scratch because I ordered the Gusto box. I'll put a link below, because like I could get 3 meals for 2 people for 3 days. And I just thought, when I saw it, I thought, I keep getting meals like ready meals or bits of things that like don't take too long to cook. It'd be nice to actually make a meal from scratch. So I think I had portobello mushroom something. I can't remember what it was, but I filmed a clip of it, so I'm sure it would have been in a video before this if it's not in this video. If it's not in this video, I'll just insert it now. So I picked 2 meals vegetarian, 1 meal meat. So there's a halloumi burgers with something. I think it's like a spicy salsa, a spicy tomato salsa or something with something else. And then the other meal is something chicken and poutine or whatever. I don't know. But I just thought, for £15 you're getting 6 meals here. It's worth it. I think the full price of it is something like £40, and that is a lot of money. I don't think I'm going to continue for full price, but I think the first 2 boxes are £15 each. I think I need to check, because if it's not, I need to cancel before they charge me again. And then I'm going to try the HelloFresh box next, because there's always those £25 off vouchers, so I think that's the next one that I'm going to try. It's just something different. I'm trying to keep myself engaged with life and like try new things like this, and like try and get myself to do things like cook, because these meals, like there's prep time and cooking time, you're having to read instructions, whereas like there's recipes I know off by heart. I don't need to think about it, I can just do it. So I'm trying to keep my brain active and try to push myself to do something. Like this evening I did a bit of tidying and sorting out, and some returns, and I don't know if I just said it, but I hoovered downstairs, and I've tidied a little bit upstairs. Like my house is a tip at the moment, and it's because of how I'm feeling. It honestly looks like the biggest bomb site ever, so I'm trying to push myself to do that. It's helping that I'm drinking these coffees, but I don't think pushing myself when I'm this physically unwell is good. But I need to do things, because obviously I'm not going to work every day. I'm not getting up, I'm not getting ready, I'm not going to work, I'm not working, I'm not doing all that. So I need to do something, especially because I'm drinking up to 4 small bottles of Dr. Pepper a day. That's like 1,000 calories, what I don't need. But it's how I feel. When I feel a certain way, I turn to Dr. Pepper. Some people turn to alcohol, some people turn to drugs. I turn to Dr. Pepper. I think I've had 2 today, and I made sure I didn't have any more than 2. But I've had other stuff as well. So I'm going to end up putting weight on, and then that'll affect me, and that'll make me more self-conscious. So it's just like a vicious circle, really. But I am struggling, but not going to work has helped, which, you know, I knew it would. But it took till today for me to realise that my job is affecting me the way it is affecting me. Like, I knew it was affecting me, but it's only now the realisation, because I've not been there for 3 days, that I feel better in some ways. Like, it doesn't cure everything else that's going on around me, but I do now know that what's going on there is affecting me. But I do know that I will struggle wherever I go for a while because of how I feel. But now I've put myself out there, I know I can do it. But it's like when I left my last job, I was sad about not seeing the people, I don't mean who I work for, some of the people that I got to see every time I worked, and it made me sad. But thinking about leaving this job, it doesn't make me sad about leaving anyone behind. And that just goes to show, really, like, I don't really need to say any more, do I? I don't need to comment. There is no one I would miss or seeing or having conversations with, and, you know, that kind of speaks for itself. Whereas the last one, you know, I didn't want to give up because of certain people that I'd built certain, like, rapport and relationships with and things like that, and that was the hardest part. I do feel like, I don't know, but I know, obviously, because I'm not going to miss anyone and I'm not going to miss anything about that job, that it wasn't right for me. And, you know, I don't want to be there with what's going on and it affecting me the way it is. And, like, they know about my anxiety and depression, and, like, when I tried to take a day off, it weren't granted, even though they wouldn't have missed me for that one day. Whereas if I was working somewhere else and it was a similar situation where it wouldn't matter if I was there or not for that day, they would understand that I'm trying to take a day off. And I'm not trying to, like, just take an extra day. I had holiday days. Anywhere else would, like, you'd be like, oh yeah, if that's what you need, take the day. So I don't know. I do want another job before Christmas, but I'm not going to go out and throw myself out there straight away, because, you know, I just feel like it wouldn't necessarily be the right thing for me at the moment because of how I feel. I keep thinking, should I look to see what's available, should I see what's out there, and I'm like, I don't think I could cope. So I'm just holding back on that one at the moment. I think I'm going to apply for a couple of little charity jobs, you know, where I give 4 hours once a week to a couple of them, just to get me out and about and around people, because I feel like if I withdraw fully and just go to the shop every day, I will find it extremely difficult. Whereas I put myself out there, yes, I'll find it difficult for months, but if I go every day and get into a routine, well, not every day, like at least twice a week, to 2 different ones, maybe a third one. Well, I don't want to take on too many, because, like, if I do get a job, then I'll be letting them all down. But I just feel like I need to do something, so I will do that. I did actually apply for one. I've actually applied for it a second time, and they've not responded for either time. And they're supposed to respond even if they don't want anyone in that position anymore. And it was one I really, really wanted, and it'd be challenging for me, and it's kind of associated to the job, my dream job, and I think it would help me to get my dream job, but no response, which I think is kind of rude, but there you go, that's that, isn't it? But this is the calmest I've been in a couple of days, because last night was a nightmare. Barely slept, and I was highly stressed, and, you know, I'm tired today, and, well, I've had coffee. I need to stay away from those coffees, because really I should be in bed. It's like 12:30 now. I think it's actually a bit later than that, but obviously I can't check because my keys are not in the ignition. So I'm going to sit here and chat for a little bit longer, and then I'm going to go home, go to bed. I'm tired, like I'm really, really tired. I'm trying to not think too much at the moment, but I'm good at hiding how I feel, but at the same time I'm not anymore. Like, it used to be so easy to me to hide how I was feeling, but because I had to start opening up, I find it difficult to hide things, but I can still hide things, if that makes sense.